Ben Wise from ZOAR Fitness, and this is the name game. So, workout number 4. This is open season. It's 4 time with a 12-minute time cap, 21-15-9, power clean at 135-95, handstand push-up, and that may be kipping, 15-12-9, squat clean at 185-125, strict handstand push-up, and then lastly 3-2-1 of a 25-foot length handstand walk, and a clean at 255-175. All right, so let's get into it. First of all, movement standards. So for the handstand push-up, we're not going to deal with the open standard like measuring elbow length and forearm length and all that stuff. We're just going to do a 36 by 24 inch box. You must keep your palms in the box. So in other words, if the line was here and some of my fingers are out, but my palm is in, that is okay. So that is the handstand push-up standard, and again, you just have to lock out at full extension at the top, and that goes for both the kipping and strict handstand push-ups. You could do them strict if you want to for the first part, but obviously most people are going to do kipping, and that's fine. For the handstand walk, you must kick up behind the line, so it's the open standard where you have to kick up where none of your fingertips or hands touch the line, and then you go over the line. Versus like kicking up over the line like they do at the games a lot. So it's the open standard for that. If at any point you fall, we're not going to put like the 5-foot increments down. Just back up like 3 feet or 1 meter and restart. Kick back up. And then for the power clean, full extension at the top. Make sure the elbows get in front of the bar. Obviously you can't lower the bar or drop the bar until you've actually stood up all the way. Same thing with the squat clean. The same standards that apply, except now you also have to add the squat standard of getting your hip crease below your knee. And then lastly, the clean in that last part, that could be a power clean or it could be a squat clean, whatever, or potentially a split clean, whatever variation you would like to do there. All right, so again, there is no break here. If we're talking about workout flow, it's 21-15-9 directly into the 15-12-9 directly into the 3-2-1. All right, so equipment setup. Obviously, the things that we need are that wall and your handstand push-up mat, the bar, which again, you have to change your own weights. You must change your own weights. And then lastly is the actual length of the floor. So I'll just put your bar somewhere central to those 2 areas. Hopefully you can kind of measure off 25 feet relatively close to your wall. Equipment setup's not too complicated on this one. For most people, the transitions aren't going to be super critical to them doing well in the workout. So, thoughts on the workout. At first glance, it seems like there's a lot going on, but really when you look at it, it's a couplet. Like it is handstand push-up variations, handstand variations and clean variations. So there's really not a lot of variation in the patterns and the musculature being used at all. So that being said, you really have to pay attention to your movement economy and make sure that you're moving as efficiently and as effectively as you possibly can while you're doing this. So if we're thinking about how far are you actually going to get into this workout or potentially finishing it, most people won't finish it. So it's like how far am I actually going to get into this workout? Think about it this way. First of all, how good are you at kipping handstand push-ups? How proficient are you at strict handstand push-ups? How proficient are you at handstand walks? So in that kind of sequence, am I going to be limited by my gymnastics capabilities? Or am I going to be limited by the volume of cleans that I have to do in this workout? Like, am I going to know that 15 plus 12 plus 9 squat cleans at 185, 125 are going to blow me up, and then I'm going to have a really hard time stabilizing my spine and breathing the way that I need to be able to do strict handstand push-ups after that. Right, and if I do make it through that, am I able to stabilize my spine and go through handstand walking? And after that, am I able to be confident enough to hit a bar that's at a pretty high percentage of my 1 rep max, or potentially above my max, at that 255, 175 bar? So those are all kind of questions that I would think about as deciding my strategies, how I'm going to break this up. So again, those are 2 different people. I call them like the one like being like more of a gymnast, where they have the handstand push-ups and they're really good at that stuff. They might take maybe singles at every single bar right off the bat, And then they do big sets of the handstand push-ups. Maybe they do them unbroken. So they do singles on the bar, 21 unbroken, come back, singles on the bar, 15 unbroken, something like that. Or if we have someone who's more of a weightlifter where they feel much more comfortable with the bar, maybe, and they struggle more with the handstand push-ups, or you're just a bigger person and you can move some good weight, but you're not as good with your body weight, you might do something like triples or doubles with the bar with a really short rest, and then also triples or doubles or fives when you get to the wall for handstand push-ups. Again, with the handstand push-ups, the biggest thing is the least amount of time you can spend on the wall where you're not actually doing handstand push-ups, the better. So in other words, don't kick up and try to like rest before or in the middle of reps, right? Think about kicking up, going through the reps as quickly as possible, and kicking back down as quickly as possible. So spending the least amount of time on the wall. What you really don't want to do is spend time locked out overhead, trying to breathe and catch your breath and trying to get in one more rep in a set. You're much better off just kicking down and doing it again. And what you really don't want to do is pause in the tripod at the bottom of the rep and then try to get back up. So again, kick up quickly, go through reps quickly, kick down quickly, and rest off the wall. That's kind of the key to success there. Again, if we're talking about potentially kipping or especially strict handstand push-ups, again, once those movements go, in the sense that like you've reached muscular fatigue or failure, it takes a really long time to get back. So you're much better off not pushing yourself all the way to failure and just doing smaller sets with really small rest, where it's maybe you're gonna do a double every 15 seconds until you get through all the reps. That's much better than you doing a set of 8 and then having to rest 90 seconds because now you can't do any more reps. So it's just about managing that work rest. There's no such thing as taking too many breaks. It's only about resting too long. Okay. Again, for the power cleans in that first round, thinking about how we're going to break them up, if it's singles versus doubles versus triples, maybe a set of 5 and then singles all after that. And besides that, it's just going to be like, once you get into each new segment of this workout, am I confident to be able to get right to work where I know that I'm proficient in that movement and that I'm strong enough to be able to lift that bar with confidence in whatever variation I choose to do. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how it goes for you guys. I'm excited for this one. It'll be a fun workout. It's very open-esque, which is why it's open season. So yeah, more answer in the comments below. If you're someone who's just watching on YouTube, feel free to check that out. And always let us know what your results have been. And if you're someone who's actually subscribed to the protocol, part of ZOARfitness.com premium membership, obviously you can get that on the page. If you're someone who is just watching on YouTube, you can get a 7-day free trial for the protocol if you go to ZOARfitness.com/premium. Best of luck on open season.